waiting, and the streets paper chase, supreme testing our patience. Now stop the presses, listen up, this is not a lecture, more like a message with a flow that's as hot as peppers. Pop the only way you can stop this villain. I'm sick with it, with a moxicillin. I've been the illest, this ill kid, Operation Rad. Though I never contemplated that. Then that's a wrap, turn your pages to 03. Chapter in YG's, pants is my code D. No iron team, homie, picture me solo. See what happened to Tony, what he did to Manolo. There go that New York Giant, back on it again. Seen with Wolverines and he wasn't from Michigan. Y'all listening, y'all can hear a lyrical street. Narcotics, Rawdens. Rap don't work, find us in Tennessee. Looking for bucks here if they still tenant.
NYG.
We appeal to those that feel.
Precious freedom of speech and refuse to hold back. What you say?
NYG.
We appeal to those that feel.
Precious freedom of speech and refuse to hold back. What you say?
NYG.
You gotta love me, I got shooters out the D-League. We the best. Double M. 100 years.
I woke up in a new Bugatti. 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 I woke up in a new Bugatti.
Got a fresh line up, yeah, fresh outfit. Must have had a parking lot on smash. Plus I got a Chevy with a Focus, the phone in the front. Got 125 on the dash.
I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far.
Cause it's just another day in the life of the
Baby, we make magic. Come home with a thug. Let's get cracking always. Well, baby, could happen. She got the back seat, just a freak in the hopped out, hopped in the train just to let the top back and thank God for the day. Who gives a what a hater gotta say? I made a couple $1 million last year. Still in the streets, strapped with them things. She in love with the G, so she tatted my name. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. 10 black made backs back to back in the lane. I'ma make it rain, then I'ma make it back. You are just a lame little homie, that's a fact. Working with the police, acting like you know me. Fresh out of jail already in the
Got a fresh line up, yeah, fresh outfit. Must have had a parking lot on smash. Plus I got a Chevy with a Focus, the phone in the front. Got 125 on the dash.
I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far.
Cause it's just another day in the life of the Shorty straight digging me, and I ain't even rich. I know you always on the sideline, like I ain't got a I'm on my job, and I ain't getting off. Cause it's just another day in the life of the
I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. Got the biggest car, Spanish bras, no. Call that other lane for the walks in the parks. Ain't come. Tell your girlfriend to come talk with my dog. We straight G's and we came here to ball. Bottle after bottle, when I'm sure you count them all. Then we off to that Chevy and taking off. Baby, slow it down cause you're moving too fast. Yeah, too fine to be moving too fast. Back to the thugging. Now love it, baby, that's my whistle. Sack for the jeans, 5 bones for the 20 to 800 for the. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. You can tell by the shows that's standing by the car.
Got a fresh line up, yeah, fresh outfit. Must have had a parking lot on smash. Plus I got a Chevy with a Focus, the phone in the front. Got 125 on the dash.
I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far.
Cause it's just another day in the life of the boss.
I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I got that. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far.
Vengo en busca de respuestas con el manojo lleno y vengo como un libro abierto, ansiosa de aprender la historia no contada de nuestros ancestros, con el viento que dejaron los abuelos y que vive en cada pensamiento de esta amada tierra, tierra. Quien sabe cuidarlo es quien de verdad la quiera. Vengo para mirar de nuevo, para ver los sitios y despertar el ojo ciego, sin miedo. Tú y yo descolonicemos lo que nos enseñaron con nuestro pelo negro, con pómulos labios marcados con el orgullo indio en el alma tatuado. Vengo con la mirada, vengo con la palabra, esa palabra hablada. Vengo sin temor a no perder nada. Vengo como el niño que busca de su morada, la entrada al origen, la vuelta de su cruzada. Vengo a buscar la historia silenciada, la historia de una tierra saqueada. Vengo con el mundo y vengo con los pájaros, vengo con las flores y los árboles, sus cantos. Vengo con el cielo y sus constelaciones, vengo con el mundo y todas sus estaciones. Vengo agradecida al punto de partida, vengo con la madera, la montaña y la vida. Vengo con el aire, el agua, la tierra y el fuego. Vengo a mirar el mundo de nuevo. Vengo con mis ideas como escudo, con el sentir humano, a vivir este mundo donde el hombre nuevo busca el contrapunto. Vengo humano, vengo como tú, en busca de la huella, de la pieza del árbol y de su corteza, que guarda en su memoria que el canto de victoria cuando vimos de la tierra lloramos contra la euforia. Ya abrimos así nuestros brazos tan encadilados y nos acurrucamos al origen de los tiempos, a la fuente del universo donde yace el sentimiento de vivir este comienzo. Vengo con la sangre roja, con los pulmones llenos de rimas en mi boca, con los ojos rasgados, con la tierra en las manos. Venimos con el mundo y venimos con su canto. Vengo a construir un sueño, el brillo de la vida que habita en el hombre nuevo. Vengo buscando un ideal, un mundo sin clase que se pueda levantar. Vengo con el mundo y vengo con los pájaros, vengo con las flores y los árboles, sus cantos. Vengo con el cielo y sus constelaciones, vengo con el mundo y todas sus estaciones. Vengo agradecida al punto de partida, vengo con la madera, la montaña y la vida. Vengo con el aire, el agua, la tierra y el fuego. Vengo a mirar el mundo de nuevo. Vengo a mirar el mundo de nuevo. Vengo en busca de respuestas con el manojo lleno. Vengo buscando un ideal, de un mundo sin clase que se pueda
Turn your head for 1 second and the tables turn. Yeah. And I know that I did you wrong. Will you trust me when I say that I'll make it up to you somehow? So you gotta fire up.
Let me get next. Yo, my man, I got next. Yo, I got next game. Yo, let me get next. Hey, right here, I got next. Yo, I got next game.
some chill. We go 0 to 100 real quick. They be
they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there.
I'm coming home. New York City, baby. I'll be honest, I'm pretty excited. Mama, Pops, and Cece, yeah, they're going to be there. Playing in front of them in the NBA uniform for the first time is going to be a special moment for me. Now, I know all of Harlem's going to be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good, though. I've been waiting for this my entire life. And I'll be ready.
The week is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. The Nets will look to their home court advantage. Just one game here in Brooklyn. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one. They were dominated last year. Not a good matchup for them, going 1-3 in the season series. Checked in for Lopez. Thomas Robinson comes in for Thaddeus Young. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Jarrett Jack. On the court for the Bucks, Freak, he's in at point guard. Mayo out there with Plumlee. Then it's Jared Bayless. And it's Henson in at the 5 down low. Now the Bucks made huge strides as a team last season. Greg, most of it came from them establishing themselves as a top-tier defensive team.
And Kevin, as you know, that's really where it starts for all the elite teams. And the Bucks defensively were very strong. You look at the metrics that measure a lot of the defensive categories. Bucks finished with the second best defensive rating in the NBA.
Plumlee with the screen. Freak. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Clock at 6. Sloan passes to Hollis Jefferson. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And it's Kilpatrick missing.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
In transition, here come the Nets. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Shooting for Brooklyn, Sean Kilpatrick. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Bucks leading by 4. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And Plumlee kicks to Bayless. Here's Freak. The rebound by the Nets. Kilpatrick's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Pass to Sloan. The shot is good off the backboard. Sloan's got his first basket of the night.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Here's Freak. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
They knew exactly what they wanted to do right there. Greg, and the time.
And that does it for the first quarter. The Bucks on top. They lead by 5. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we heard from John Henson before the game, a player on the rise. He feels he still has a lot to prove. Well, it sounds like he still feels like he has something to prove, Greg, but it seems to me he's already known for being that kind of guy.
Yeah, that's a great point. Anybody who plays against him knows he looks plenty strong when you're banging with him. But if he needs to push and motivate himself by playing with a chip on his shoulder, well, a lot of guys have gone a long, long way in this league using that method.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blockers, and it does intimidate them.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. Setting the floor for the Nets. Young out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Jarrett Jack. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Hollis Jefferson in a 2-guard. Unloads from 13. Shots good from Young. Young's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Nets. Nets were pretty far back from relevance at times last season, as we saw. It took a late season hot streak for them, Greg, to get into the playoff picture.
Yeah, and that was a neck-and-neck race with the Pacers right till the very end. Not exactly what they had in mind at the start of the season, but they did pull through.
All right, now, I want everyone here at the Barclays Center to welcome to the court. Go, Nets, Dancers!
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi. Substitution.
Here's Sloan.
And, you know, for the Nets, they ended up being bounced out of the first round, fell to the #1 seed Hawks. They put up a good fight against Atlanta and made the series interesting, but still came up short.
There's the screen. And Bogdanovich kicks to Sloan. 5 to shoot. Shoots a fader. Rebound, Milwaukee.
And for the Nets in the postseason, they did have a good showing despite that early exit. Many people expected the Hawks to sweep, but they took them to 6 games and capped what was an interesting year for Brooklyn overall.
The Nets have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
15 foul. At the line for your Nets.
The first one falls.
Taking 2 shots.
Sloan hits them both.
They've been getting more and more physical as this game has gone along.
And it's starting to pay dividends. They've gotten a lot of trips to the line because of it in this second.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The Bucks working the ball around. Bayless dishes to Mayo. Plumlee the pass to Bayless. Freak with it. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. And we finished one half of basketball. Bucks lead by 20. back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
You look at what Middleton has done so far. He has 8 points and a couple of nice steals, too.
Changes for Brooklyn. Robinson's checked in for Lopez. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Bogdanovich. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Jarrett Jack. The Bucks also changing it up. Henson's checked in for Monroe. Bayless comes in for Chris Middleton. And Freak subbed in for Carter Williams. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, the dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Freak is out there with Jared Bayless. And it's Henson in at the center position. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation.
And a chance here to check out how the Bucks ranked in the NBA last season. First in steals, third in points off turnovers. And they also showed up in the top 5 in opponent field goal percentage. A very improved defensive team.
And I really feel like they fed off their pressure defense. You mentioned all the steals. That got them out in the open court and created easy opportunities offensively.
And the Bucks making a change here. Lumley's checked in. Here's Freak. And again, the Bucks miss.
You know, last season, Thaddeus Young was moved from Minnesota to Brooklyn, guys. A good move for everybody involved as he helped with the playoff push.
Sloan. Lumley with the rebound.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Offensive rebound. Puts up the baby hook. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Antetokounmpo. A very nice season for him last year. He was around 12 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Just solid all-around performances we've been seeing from him, delivering night in and night out.
And, you know, that's what stars do. It isn't always about scoring 50 points. It's about making plays consistently.
Henry Sims has checked in for Robinson. Good on the second free throw. Young last year, as you mentioned, GA, shipped to Brooklyn, provided good punch off the bench.
And Young is so efficient in his scoring that he's a great guy to play heavy minutes off the bench. Shot over 50% from the floor in his games with the Nets.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. Now at the break on the floor, you can see the teams that led the NBA in steals last year. The Bucks second.
You know, I don't know if the numbers even told the story. I mean, their defense was as good as it gets, often just leaving their opponents completely demoralized.
And Bayless kicks to Freak. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Nets were the hottest team and story a few years back, certainly, but last season they were put up for sale, surprisingly to some, Clark, midway through the year.
Yeah, that was odd timing given the new arena and rebranding. I mean, you would think after all that effort to rebuild the team, you would see it through.
And both free throws good from Freak.
And for the Nets being put up for sale, a big part of it was they were a team that was supposed to compete for titles. And since the move to Brooklyn, they have had trouble going deep in the playoffs.
That savvy little up fake there, fooling the D. Kilpatrick's got 8 points.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending. And, you know, with Brooklyn, I don't think anybody wants to take over a team in a rebuild mode. I mean, that's what the Nets seem to be looking at for the next few seasons. They had their shot, went all in with some of their decisions, unfortunately came up short.
Here's Freak. And again, the Bucks miss.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking. Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Here's Sloan, and the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
shot and game clock separated by 5. They've got Jarrett Jack. Young is out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then it's Brooke Lopez. And it's Kilpatrick in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And it's Bayless in the corner. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And it's Freak missing. Jack missed. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group... show. They were never rattled.
All right now. What's up, girl?
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Michael Carter-Williams. He's racked up a double-double with points and rebounds tonight, and that made the difference. A terrific effort on both sides of the floor.
I think his efficiency from the field was the biggest factor in this win. He made over 60%.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
What a life, eh, freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and horse on the courts in Harlem, and the next moment you're in the showroom, configuring the gunmetal and graphite exterior of your luxury car and your iPad mini. Oh, I bet you get a crazy crowd when you drive that car around the block in the old neighborhood, huh?
Yeah, living the dream. Mad pandemonium. But folks from back around the way are real proud of me.
Yeah, I hear you. Local kid makes good. You know, it kind of reminds me of when I took my tech stock public and I rang the New York Stock Exchange bell and my mom's friends called her up and said, "Maggie, is that your son on Bloomberg News this morning ringing the bell?" And my mom says, "Yes, sirree, Bob, it was him." That was a great moment, freak. And you know, our lives are like a pearl necklace of great moments, all strung together with the finest silk thread of memories. And we have to be very careful how we cultivate those pearls and we thread that necklace.
Is this meeting by any tell you about Vic. He has his bad rap. It's not, and I understand some of his judgments might shadow his actual character. He's not that at all. Man, Vic, let me tell you something. We actually